Hey everybody, I want to give you a quick video on how to open up a prong collar, close a prong collar, and get it on your dog and attach the leash. It's pretty straightforward. This is the prong collar. Here's the connector plate on the Hermsprenger 2.25, which is the one I want you to get. Then what you do is you take this very last prong link here that's got the hook on it, lift it out as far as it'll go by just kind of pushing it up against the holes. Pinch this little bend here where it bends down into the prongs and lift it out. So the more you pinch, the easier it's going to come out. So you push it up. Another trick is get your finger underneath it so it kind of holds it in position. Then you just pinch and pull. You may have to apply a decent amount of pinch pressure because they need to come together so they can actually easily release out of that hole. They make some models that have quick releases if that looks like it's too much for you, but I think you can do it. To put it back in, even easier, you pinch and you drop them into the holes. This last hooked link is the easiest one to take on and off, which is the one I like to use. Plus, when you go to connect it to your dog, it's in the perfect spot, right behind the ear. Let me show you on Gus here. So notice where it's placed. This link is right behind his ear. I kind of have it slightly askew because I walk him with my left hand, so it's off to the side just a little. But to take this off, I'm putting my finger underneath this back prong, and I can easily fit a finger in here because it's just the prongs are gently resting on his neck. I push it all the way at the top. I take these little bend horns, I pinch them, and it's off. And to put it back on, I'd put it right back in that same position, right behind the ear. I line it up with the hole, I line this one up with the hole, I pinch and I drop it in. So that's all there is to it. And always remember, connect your leash to the D-ring. This is the D-ring, this is the O-ring. Never connect your leash to the O-ring. Always to this free swivel D-ring. And that way the martingale mechanism actually works properly. So that's all there is to it. Thanks for helping out, Gus. And we'll see you guys soon. Okay, so now that we know how to fit the dog, once again, quick review. We place the prongs up near the top of the neck, which I'll go over in a second, why we do that. We wrap it around behind the ear. Just look this way. Here you go. We should have enough room to slide right in. We can fit some fingers underneath, and this isn't gonna fall down on his neck. And we have a little play on the martingale mechanism. So, good boy. Okay, so let me show you one more time the placement here on the dog's neck. I actually wanted to talk to you about why we place the collar high up on the dog's neck as opposed to down low. We actually would never want to see a prong collar down here. We always want to see him up here at the top of the dog's neck. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this really quick right behind the ear. We got a good fit. We got a little bit of play in the martingale, and I can fit some fingers underneath here, and it's resting right under the jowls behind the ears up at the top of the dog's neck. The reason we want it up at the top of the dog's neck is because, one, it's a more effective placement. Up here, the dog is more responsive to information when using the collar. And the second most important reason is it doesn't restrict airflow. If you look at your own neck, you can test this out on yourself. If you put pressure at the lower part of your neck, you're going to restrict your ability to intake air. If you go all the way up, right underneath your jowls, and press inward and upward, you'll notice at this part of the neck, it's much more difficult for pressure to restrict airflow, especially with a prong collar design up here. It gives you information, but that doesn't keep you from breathing. So I never see dogs with prong collars on huffing and puffing on the leash as they try to pull their owners down the street. And the prong collar tells them that pulling's no fun anyways. They'd rather walk by your side. So that's why we fit the prong collar right behind the jowls, behind the ears, up high on the neck. And if you need to, if your dog's got loose skin like mine, you can always pull that underneath and that'll help secure the collar in place. Hope that helps. We've got other videos to help you figure out how to use your tool and how to start working with your dog. Thanks.